Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
برنامه‌های ما شامل زبان‌های بسیاری است. از این وبسایت دیدن فرمایید suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Each of the desert rain frog people's characteristics is of distinct benefit to their unique lifestyle. Their yellowish-brown top coat serves as perfect camouflage. The thick and fleshy webbing on their feet helps to provide traction as they walk across the sand. That's right, they don't leap or jump, they walk. Their legs are too short for hopping but strong enough to burrow. Please continue watching to learn about direct development in amphibians.
No to vegan, so humanity can continue to witness forever war on Earth.
Ongepi, cordial viewers, that means how are you in Oshiwambo, one of the recognized national languages in Namibia. Hailing from the vastness of Southwest Africa, I am Dinari, a vegan fellow from the Desert Rain Frog Kingdom. This land's hospitable inhabitants pray that you are blessed with a joyful spirit and compassionate heart. Welcome to our show titled Desert Rain Frog People, the Tiny African Coastal Dwellers. When you think of the Namib, images of orange sands stretching to the horizon may come to mind. In actuality, the desert comprises 3 north-south strips, starting with the inner Namib in the east, where the sand is almost red. The outer Namib extends westward and gradually descends toward the Atlantic. However, most silt-bearing rivers and streams flowing from higher elevations do not reach the sea, and the color of the dunes transitions to yellow-gray. The coastal desert is the third region and receives only about 13 millimeters of rain annually, but the air is at 100% relative humidity almost all the time. Off the coast, the Benguela Current flows north from Antarctica, chilling the sea breeze and generating fog. The temperature stays between 10 and 16 degrees Celsius year-round, day and night. That's where God decided to put us frog people, and we are genuinely grateful for our comfortable habitat. The scientific name of our species is Breviceps macrops, which roughly translates to short-headed with large eyes. I'll share more with you about our appearance in a bit. As for our English name referring to desert rain, I guess that was given to us a long time ago, when it rained more frequently. We have relatives who live in neighboring South Africa, and in Afrikaans, we are called melkpadda due to the milky color of our underside. Desert rain frog folk are nocturnal, so we dig burrows during the day on the shore between the ocean and the dunes. At a depth of 10 to 20 centimeters, there is moisture in the ground that we absorb through special blood vessels in our belly, thus regulating our body temperature. Incidentally, our abdomen includes patches of transparent skin through which you can see the whole digestive system. We emerge at night to socialize in clusters, explore the sandy mounds, and find our food. Not that I'm boasting, but we are undeniably adorable. We have a flat face with exceptionally large protruding eyes and a tiny snout. At about 4 to 6 centimeters in length, we are small compared with many other frog people. Our roundish body and short limbs make us look like a chubby vegan marshmallow. And the sound of our voice, it's not a croak at all. We make a high-pitched, squeaky sound that you would expect from a baby's toy. Put all of those features together, and we deserve to be in the Cuteness Hall of Fame. Don't you agree? Each of our characteristics is of distinct benefit to our unique lifestyle. Our yellowish-brown top coat serves as perfect camouflage. The thick and fleshy webbing on our feet helps to provide traction as we walk across the sand. That's right, we don't leap or jump, we walk. Our legs are too short for hopping but strong enough to burrow. As a matter of fact, another unusual thing about us is that we dig backward. That's because our rear legs are more powerful than our front ones. Plus, we can see if anyone is following us. We dig until we reach sand that is wet enough for our needs. If we get really comfortable, we can stay in there for months at a time. You could say that we tend to be homebodies. You may be wondering what distinguishes a frog person from a toad person. Toad people belong to a subgroup of the frog people genus. Our kingdom is so diverse that scientists sometimes need to analyze our genes to tell us apart. We indeed possess many similarities, but toad people have some distinctive features. For instance, they usually have a broad nose. Their skin is thick, dry, bumpy, and pale. They have short legs and prefer to live in arid climates. On the other hand, most frog people have a more pointed snout. Their epidermis tends to be smooth, wet, and colorful. Their limbs are longer, and they often reside around water. But with so many species, the variety is almost endless, and you can probably find exceptions to every rule.
The immediate wish is that everyone would be vegan. I think that if we want to achieve peace, we cannot be violent towards other beings, directly or indirectly. Dr. Paul de Castro, DMA, vegan.
Please excuse me, but some of my buddies just came out of their burrows, and I'd like to catch up with them. I promise to keep it brief, and we'll be right back after a constructive message. Please stay with us here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program, Desert Rain Frog People, the tiny African coastal dwellers on Supreme Master Television. Toward the end of summer and the beginning of fall, some of us guys like to go out in the evening and sing romantic songs across the dunes. You can't blame us for trying to find our true love, right? Occasionally, we form a choir of sorts and serenade the ladies using a call and response technique. It's usually a pretty effective way to attract their attention. Amphibian people typically require a wet environment for their youngest family members, the tadpoles, to develop. But unlike other species, we desert rain frog people do not need open water to breed. After a female meets her beau, she goes underground as usual and lays anywhere from 12 to 40 eggs in the burrow. They remain there until the newborns emerge as miniature adults. There is no aquatic larva stage, so the hatchlings do not depend on having a parent around. They simply start exploring their surroundings, searching for sustenance and enjoying life. This reproductive mode is called direct development. I think humans who complain about growing up too fast would not be able to handle such a process. Professor Luke J. Harmon, who studies evolutionary biology at the University of Idaho in the United States, observed that there is an incredible assortment of strategies for procreation among the almost 6,000 different kinds of people from the frog kingdom. The International Union for Conservation of Nature lists desert rain frog people as a vulnerable species that is extremely sensitive to environmental change and requires very specific conditions to survive. We are deeply concerned about the loss of our natural environment due to human activities such as animal, people, livestock raising, and quarrying for precious stones and metals. When our species was discovered during the 1970s, our population was robust and abundant. For example, we could be found all over the seaside dunes of Port Nolloth, a small town with a harbor in the northwest corner of South Africa. However, the nearby region of Namaqualand is rich in copper and diamond deposits. Strip mining destroyed the landscape, while runoff from the process spread pollution. Many of our folk lost their homes and their lives. By 2004, researchers were dismayed by the serious decline in our numbers. On top of that, in 2009, the Namibian government turned about 320 kilometers of the country's coast into Spur Habit National Park. Their goal? To increase tourism. In 2019, a National Geographic magazine article stated, a new study finds that more than 1,000 amphibian species, little known to science, are likely facing extinction, adding to the already identified 4,200 species the United Nations says are in peril. The study's lead author, Dr. Pamela Gonzalez del Pliego, explained that these co-inhabitants live in areas where human settlements, fertilizer use, agricultural irrigation, and production are increasing exponentially, meaning that vital habitats are being lost. People should see this trend as a red flag for biodiversity and the planet's sustainability because we are all connected. Can you imagine what life would be like without frog people? We play a significant role in global ecosystems. Did you know that our cousins who spend time in their youth as tadpoles help regulate the growth of harmful algae in sources of drinking water? Excessive algal blooms also block sunlight that other aquatic organisms need to grow. So, without tadpoles, many bodies of water would become toxic. Unsuspecting individuals from both the human and animal kingdoms might drink from them and become sick or even die. There is already too much disease and suffering on Earth. I pray that people everywhere will keep in mind the importance of a balanced biome and make mindful choices considering the effects on others. Before we go, I want you to know how much the world's flora and fauna appreciate you. You may not be able to hear them talking, but I can assure you they are endlessly grateful that you decided to adopt a vegan lifestyle and make peace. If we all can be the love that we are, we will surely regain our long-lost paradise.
Vegan, because it's very, very sad to lose this beautiful planet through methane by the meat-eating habit.
Charming viewers, we are so grateful that you joined us for our program. Next is World Leaders Must Protect Freedom and Democracy Through Action, Part 5 of 5, on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. May your consciousness harmonize with the music of heaven.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AW.